Our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, it's mentioned in Sahih Muslim, volume number 1, in the book of faith, hadith number 79, that the Prophet said, whenever you see anything wrong, the best is if you can stop it with your hand, you stop it with your hand. If you cannot stop it with your hand, then stop it with your tongue. If you cannot stop it with the tongue, the least you can do is curse in your heart. And then you will be the lowest level of mu'min, the lowest level of believer. When you see something wrong, it's the duty of the Muslim. If he can, he should stop it with the hand, number 1. If he cannot, stop with the tongue. Ask him to stop that activity. If he cannot, the least he can do is curse in his heart. Then he is the lowest level of believer, the lowest level of mu'min. According to the Quran, Daa'wah, conveying the message of Islam to non-Muslim, is a fard on every Muslim. Allah says in Surah Al-Asr, chapter number 103, verse number 1 to 3, Wal Asr, by the token of time. Innal insana lafi khusr. Man is verily in a state of loss. Wal Asr, inna insana lafi khusr, illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Except those who have faith, those who have righteous deeds, and those who exhort people to the truth, and those who exhort people to patience and perseverance. For any human being to go to Jannah, minimum 4 things are required according to Surah Al-Asr. Iman, that is faith. Amal salihat, that is righteous deeds. Watawasaw bil haqq, inviting people to truth. And watawasaw bis sabr, inviting people to patience and perseverance. And Imam Shafi, rahimahullah, he said that if this Surah Asr was revealed, it would have been sufficient for guidance for humankind. Imam Shafi rahimahullah, he said that if this surah was only revealed, this one surah of 3 verses would have been sufficient for guidance for humankind. It is so powerful. So if you want to go to Jannah, it is first you should do all 4 things. You may be a very good Muslim. You may be praying 5 times a day. You may have gone for Hajj. You may be fasting in the month of Ramadan. You may be paying zakat. But if you don't do Daa'wah, if you don't convey the message to the non-Muslims, according to Surah Al-Asr, you shall not go to Jannah. Only Daa'wah is also not sufficient. All 4 are equally important. Iman, righteous deed, Daa'wah, watawasaw bil haqq, and inviting people to truth, and inviting people to patience and perseverance. If you don't do Daa'wah according to Surah Al-Asr, you shall not go to Jannah. If Allah wants to forgive you and then put you in Jannah, if you don't do Daa'wah, that's Allah's prerogative. Because Allah says in Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 48 and Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 116, if Allah pleases, He may forgive any sin. But the sin of shirk, He'll never forgive. The biggest sin in Islam for any human being is the sin of shirk, associating partners with Allah. It is a duty that we tell to the other non-Muslim brothers and sisters that you worship only one true God.